Hey guys, it's Andrea from AndreaVagey.com, and today I wanted to unpack and answer the question of which Colorado ski resort should I ski at this winter. You might know this, but my family loves to go skiing every year, and every year we go skiing in Colorado. We've tried a few of the different resorts, and I have opinions about all of them and favorites for each thing and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of share my thoughts on 4 of the most popular ski resorts in Colorado so that you can make a decision on which Colorado ski resort you want to take your family to this winter. The 4 we're going to talk about are Vail, Breck, Keystone, and Copper. Before we start unpacking details about each of those, I want to talk about things to consider when you're choosing a ski resort. The first thing to consider is what kind of skier are you? So are you the type of person that goes skiing every year, you love to shred the hard stuff, you like being in the woods and on the back bowls and all that kind of stuff? Or are you someone who's like literally never tried and this is just something that you're doing for fun, you're a beginner? So answer that question for yourself, but then also consider the people in your group. So if you have a big group, like when my family goes, there's like a group of, I swear it's like 20 of us, it's huge. So we had to make sure when we're considering our mountain that we're choosing our group because we have littles that are like 10 years old skiing, which obviously ski different stuff for my dad who skied for 40 years. The second thing to consider when you're going skiing is how much will you actually be skiing? So my family likes to go and we like to ski for 7 days straight. We love to ski, we're into it, we don't explore much, we're into the skiing thing. But some people like to go and they like to ski for 3 days and then they want to explore, they want to hike or they want to drive or they want to shop for 4 days. So that might be something to consider is how much you're actually going to be skiing because certain resorts have great like towns and pretty hikes near them and other ones are just kind of, you're there for the skiing. So something to definitely consider before you choose a resort is how much will you actually be on the slopes. The third thing to consider is the third thing you should always consider when you're traveling is how much are you going to spend? So what's your budget? Certain resorts are known for being way expensive, not only on the daily lift ticket price, but also with lodging. Other resorts are definitely more family friendly and reasonable. So just make sure you're considering how much you're looking to spend before you go, because that'll help you choose a resort. So now it's time for the fun part, which is actually talking about the mountains. So we're going to unpack the 4, like I said, and for each mountain, I'm going to go ahead and dive through just a couple of logistical things like window, lift ticket price, and annual snowfall, and the skiable acres, and yada yada first, and then I'll talk about what I kind of think of the mountain and just my overall opinions of it. So the first mountain we're going to talk about is Breckenridge. If you're thinking of a ski vacation in Colorado, there's a good chance you're thinking about Breckenridge. Breckenridge has about 2,900 skiable acres with an average of 366 inches of annual snowfall. If you're going up to the window and paying for a lift ticket, it's going to cost you somewhere around $180. And if you're driving from the Denver airport, you're looking at about a 100-mile drive. As far as ski towns are concerned, Breckenridge takes the cake on all of them. The town of Breckenridge is so darling. In fact, when we were little kids, we used to not ski at Breck, but we would go visit Breck one day of the week because it was so cute. They have like ice sculpture competitions and the most darling library and really fun shops and restaurants, and it's just the ski town vibe is alive and well in Breckenridge. So if you're looking for a typical Colorado ski vacation with the really pretty buildings and you're going to ski a couple days, I highly recommend Breckenridge. As far as actual skiing goes, you're going to find a lot of easier, shorter, flatter runs. Breckenridge has a lot of greens and blues and easy blacks that are really fun to ski on. But if you're looking for big back bowls or tree runs, you're going to have a little bit of a harder time trying to find that in Breck. Because Breck does have such a darling ski town and it is so popular, the lodging is a little bit more expensive and lift tickets are a little bit harder to find a deal on. But that doesn't mean it's not worth it if you're going to have a fun ski vacation where you're going to ski and relax. I think Breck is perfect for someone who's looking for a laid-back ski trip in a darling town. If you're newer to skiing, you'll be able to get plenty of good days skiing in with some easier runs, but then you'll also have plenty to do on the days that you don't ski. The next mountain we're talking about is Vail. So I'm going to try and not be biased here. I have to come out with it. Vail is my favorite. I love Vail. For skiable acres at Vail, we're looking at roughly 5,300, which is huge. It is so big. Vail is massive. Vail gets about 360 inches of snow a year. If you're buying a lift ticket at the window, you're going to pay about $209. And if you're driving from the Denver airport, you're looking at a 120-mile drive. When we're talking about Vail, one thing needs to be clear. This mountain is good because of the skiing. Its town is okay. It's really far from the airport, but the skiing is unbelievable here. Vail is known for their back bowls, which makes up over half of their skiable acres. So it's a big chunk of the mountain, and they call them like Vail's legendary back bowls. They are insane. If you're someone that likes to ski long, difficult mogul runs, Vail's back bowls are unbeatable. They're the best. They also consistently get good snow. They have some amazing tree runs, and all of the runs seem so long and just so epic. I love them. One of the issues is that Vail is amazing and they know it. Lodging and lift tickets at Vail are pretty expensive. So if you're gonna be going to Vail, you're gonna be spending quite a bit of money to stay there. You're gonna be spending quite a bit of money to ski there. If you're someone who loves skiing and you don't care about your budget, Vail is absolutely the place for you. I think that Vail is the perfect mountain. Now, you might be wondering, I have a little bit of a reputation for being a budget traveler, which is alive and well, even while skiing, as much as it can be while skiing. So you're wondering how I ski at Vail. We don't ski at Vail all week. So we ski at Copper for 6 days, and then me, my dad, my brother-in-law, and my sister are the only 4 that go to Vail. And we get some like serious, we're like the first one on the lift and the first one off. We get our full day worth of skiing at Vail, and then that's all we do for Vail every year, which is a bummer. But it's totally worth it. The next mountain we're going to talk about is Copper, which I just mentioned is a mountain that my family skis at. It's a mountain that I've grown very familiar with, almost too familiar, but very familiar with. We love Copper. So if you're at Copper, you have about 2,500 acres to ski on. They get roughly 305 inches of snow a year. If you're walking up to the window, you're going to pay about $170 for a lift ticket, and they're about 100 miles from the Denver airport. As far as my family has found, Copper is the best all-around mountain. They have a pretty decent village and center with a couple cute shops and restaurants and bars and that sort of thing, which is really good for skiers who want to take a more relaxed approach, or if you have kiddos, they can walk around during the day with an adult. But the village is suffice. It doesn't beat Breckenridge's, but it's good. As far as skiing goes, it's perfect for groups of various skill levels. So the mountain is set up in a really unique way where if, I don't know which direction is which right here, but if you're on the west side, it's all green, blue is all center, and east is all black for the most part. So if you're staying in Center Village and you have a group of various skill levels and you have people that want to go here and people that want to go here, it's really easy to do that because you can go up the middle left and they can split off. Also, cutting back across the mountain at Copper, it seems to be really easy. So if you're all the way on this side and you want to meet someone for lunch, just cut back over here. It's super easy. You can do that in one run. Lift tickets at Copper have an average window price. So if you're going up to the window and paying, you're likely going to pay like at least $150 to $200 is what you're looking at. So the goal is to find cheap lift tickets, which is very hard to do at Breck and Vail, but is very easy to do at Copper. Our family every year buys a 4-pack. It's called the Copper 4-pack. In April, we get 5 days because we renew it. But basically, it's a package of 4 lift tickets for a person, and it costs $200. So we're paying $200 to ski for 5 days at Copper, which is less than we pay for 1 day at Vail, which is craziness, but you know, Vail can do what they want. The other thing about Copper is that lodging is also pretty reasonable there. We pay about $350 a night for a condo that holds 11 people. So that's pretty reasonable. I think that Copper is perfect for the good old-fashioned family ski trip. So it has various ski levels and a fun little town, and it's not gonna break the bank. So if that's you, I definitely recommend going with Copper. We love Copper. The next mountain we're talking about is Keystone. I have such fond memories at Keystone because that is where I learned how to ski in the woods, which is my favorite thing to do. And so I love talking about Keystone. Keystone has roughly 3,100 skiable acres. They get a lot less snow than other mountains, so they come right in at like around 230 inches per year. If you're going to the window, you're gonna pay about $160 for a lift ticket, and once again, it's about 100 miles from the Denver airport. Similarly to Copper, Keystone is a great all-around mountain. They have a good little village down at the bottom, and they have some great skiing. As far as skiing is concerned, I think Keystone is the perfect mountain for families with little kiddos. So Keystone has tons of little things like igloos and little terrain parks and small, like easy, flat woods runs that kids can just kind of they can kind of like float through, which is really fun. I remember when I was a kid and we would go to Keystone, I would get like so excited because there were all these little fun things for kids that kids could do. And so they have a lot of that. They also have a lot of really great woods runs and really long woods runs. So if you're the type of person that likes to ski in the woods, you can almost from top to bottom ski in the woods at Keystone, which is like, it's my kind of, that's my style. I love that kind of stuff. So if that's you, Keystone will be a really great fit. So as far as finding deals on lift tickets, it's easier at Copper, not as easy at Keystone, but still possible. Lodging is about the same, but Copper has a lot more options for ski in, ski out that Keystone doesn't have. So now we're gonna kind of talk about how to find cheaper lift tickets, because if you're like me, it like blows your mind that lift tickets can be that expensive. Like, it's just so crazy to me that you can pay $200 to ski. I know it's worth it. Obviously we find it worth it, but still. I just wanna talk about ways that we can get lift tickets for cheaper so you can do more on your vacation or go on another vacation or just have more fun, a little more peace of mind because you didn't spend so much on your lift tickets. So the easiest way to get deals on lift tickets is to buy them early and buy them in packs. So most mountains will have some sort of pack option, like get them a 5-pack or a 4-pack, which I mentioned earlier, that's what we get for Copper. And if you buy them in like April or March, like seriously before, like way before you're going to ski, you're gonna end up with a pretty good deal most of the time. Also, some stores like REI or Costco, if you're a member there, you might be eligible to get like some cheaper discounted lift tickets, so that's definitely worth checking out. And if you're traveling with kiddos, definitely check out deals for kiddos. So some resorts offer free lift tickets for the kiddos if their parents are skiing for like all 5 days, and then all of Colorado offers what I think it's called like the 5th grade passport, which means if you have a 5th grader, they can ski at Colorado mountains like for free. I think it's completely free. I think they get 2 tickets for each mountain. It's definitely worth checking out. I'll link it in the description for sure if you have a 5th grader, and I think there's even some deals for 6th graders as well. Definitely check out the Colorado passports for them. So talking about skiing gets me so excited for next year. I can't believe it's like June right now and we have our lift tickets, but it's gonna be it always takes so long, it seems like, till we can go ski again. So I can't wait for that. If you're the type of person that loves to ski, or if you have other mountains that you love to ski at in like Utah or Montana, please let me know in the comments. I like get so excited about this kind of stuff. I wanna ski all of them. So let me know where your favorite place to ski is in the comments, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon.